yeah. I represent for the Jaguars. No, I'm a fighter, yeah, I stand tall. I carry this weight on my shoulders, never a folder. I'm always gon' ball. Instead of it's time for the red, and I'm about to clock in, go and then never count me out. I'ma always make it like a legislator. This is dedication, that's why mama made me up. I rise from the pavement, but that's just since I was a baby, walking in greatness, no patience. I say life by the neck and I break it like generation, no curses. Yeah, I live in my purpose, got my eye on the prize, observant. Should've stuck, I'ma leave me close curtains. Yeah, who I do it for? I say I do it for the nation.
Welcome to Governor State University for men's basketball. We come to you live from the Arc. In today's match, we've got the 3-6 Jaguars. They are hosting the 2-4 Cougars of St Xavier University. Hello, everybody. I am Josiah Scott. I am joined here with Jalen Woodward. Jalen, how you feeling?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. We got to see a lot of basketball action earlier today with the women's side claiming the W. So now it's going to be the men's turn.
Absolutely.
So it is CACC action. The Jaguars are ready for a 2-out-of-2 homestand adventure, but it's going to be interesting to see because they had a lot of Jekyll and Hyde mentality in their game against Wednesday.
That's right, Josiah. In the first half, the Jaguars seemed outmatched, take the 13 deficit into the halftime. In second half, they came to life. The Jaguars closed the gap and actually halved the lead a little bit. With just under 4 minutes left, the Jaguars split. Personality showed up. And it was the first half's character showing up again. Roosevelt went on a run 8-2, still only by 2 points with 90 seconds left. Need a couple of last-minute clutch shots.
Yeah, so the matchup is going to be very interesting with the Jaguars and the Cougars. Let's see how well they match up as well, actually.
So GSU's record overall is 3-6. CCAC record 1-1, tied with 4 others for the fifth place spot. Wednesday's night was a tough defeat. They were defeated by Roosevelt 76-67, ironically. Roosevelt is garnering attention in the national standings. St Xavier, however, records overall is 2-4. CCAC record 1-1. One of those 4 other ties for the fifth place spot. They last played Justin University this past Wednesday. The Cougars were victorious by 20 points.
So with that on the line, what's the significance for this game?
With it only the second game in the CAC action, not much. Governor State has had a rough go the past 5 games. A victory today can boost the confidence of this young team. This team is very young. A victory also helps break the long jam that the Jaguars find themselves in. St. Xavier and Gov State have the same 1-1 record.
Thanks, Jalen. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back to you with the keys to the game. So don't go far. We are in the Arc.
Hello, I'm Elijah Gomez, and here's what's happening in the Jaguars Sports Minute. In women's basketball, the Jaguars recently faced off against Roosevelt University. It was a hard-fought battle for both teams. The Jaguars came out on top in the match. Congratulations, Jaguars, for another great win. I'm Elijah Gomez. I'll be back with more news. Let's get back to the action.
And welcome back to Governor State, Jaguars men's basketball. In today's matchup, the Jaguars are hosting the Cougars of St. Xavier University. And as we said before, let's take a look at the keys of the game. Key number 1, full 40.
The Jaguars looked a little sluggish early on Wednesday in the same situation the ladies had. The fact of the matter is Roosevelt's game proved a valid point in the men's division. You fall behind, and it's tough to gain ground. They need to play a full 40 minutes.
Key number 2 is defense down low.
The Jaguars have allowed 65 points in the paint over the last 2 games. This is way too much. Players need to block out or learn to take the charge.
And lastly, you have key number 3, which is the bench.
The bench play for the Jaguars has been outstanding. They have been keeping Gov State in the games. The stat has got to stay strong while their starting lineup tries to discover their identity.
All right, thanks, Jalen. We are going to go in and live for the national anthem.
And now the starting lineups. First for St. Xavier. From Oklahoma, junior guard number 1, Sando Hill. At the other guard, a freshman from Chicago, 6'6", number 13, Jordan Streeter. From Iowa at 6'6", junior, number 21, Andre Brandon. From Nebraska, a senior, number 30, Cedric Johnson. And rounding out the lineup from Sun River Terrace, Illinois, a freshman, number 34, James Stevenson. The head coach is Robert Ford, assisted by Jeff Willis and Devin Johnson. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Governor State University Jaguars. From Chicago, the point guard, a sophomore, number 4, LaShawn Dantzler. They call him instant offense at 6'3", shooting guard, number 20, Kendall Brasfield. The high flyer, 6'5", from Chicago, number 22, Yemi Elotilo. At 6'6", from Chicago, the scorer, number 32, Vincent Davis. And round out the lineup from Wheatfield, Indiana at 6'4", number 33, Nick McCash. The head coach in his 9th season, Tony Bates, associate head coach Aubrey V. Valoy, assistant coaches Brandon Moore, Sterling Fields, Adam Taylor. Your officials are Frit Larson, Joe Ewers, and Craig Burton. Welcome to Governor State University. You are at the Arc.
All right, folks, these starting lineups are in set. We're going to get this one going. How you feel about this one, Jalen?
I don't know. I want to see how they start moving in this first, 5 minutes to see if they're going to come out with energy or not. Because, like I said, they were a little sluggish on Roosevelt's game on Wednesday, so we're going to see.
Yeah, we said this before. A strong start pads a great finish. So definitely urgent to see how this one goes. Jump on the center right now. And it's going to start out with the Cougars in the hands of Cedric Johnson as he tries to almost get him on the board by himself. Hill finds Steeler. Back to Hill again. Brandon. Hill trying to find it himself, gets the offensive rebound. And an immediate foul on Vincent Davis that's going to give Andre Brandon a trip to the line to start out this one.
No good.
Second chance for them now. Both games have a potential to open up with the scoring with a free throw. This one won't so far. As Dancer will take it from top. Brassfield. Back to Dantzler, outside the arc. Ooh, very good pass right there. Spooky by Yimmy. Dantzler fakes away. Trying to scoot through it, 7 seconds left. Vincent Davis. Oh, and back. Oh, and a foul right there on.
Cougars foul number 21 on Brandon.
It's going to be the Jaguars' ball. As that foul falls on Andre Brandon, I'm sorry. And to open the scoring, Nick McCash hits a 3 from the corner.
I kind of saw that happen, and he was waiting for that chance right there.
Ooh. Cedric Johnson said, okay, I like what you did right there. I'll do the same. They respond right back. Say you hit me with an uppercut, I'll respond with a hook.
Great ball movement.
And a race to the floor now. That's going to put that. We got a foul on number 34, Jane Stevenson. Ball still remains in the Jaguars' possession. All right, here we go to Yimmy, to Dantzler. Dantzler dancing with it around, finds Yimmy once again. The ball movement right now, they're trying to make it really excel through Yimmy, through everybody, and it just doesn't decide to get in, but Kyle Brassfield comes through. Back to Dantzler, and back to Yimmy finally for that one.
They got a lot of second chances. They finally pulled that one off.
Yep, a lot of offensive rebounds finally amounted into that point. Something I would like to point out, Kyle Brassfield came to the field, came to the game, the court last game, and was a very spooky pass right there. I can't talk about that when that went through. So number 4, we've got foul on Sean Dancer right there. So it's still gonna remain the Cougars' possession. What I was saying before is Kyle Brassfield came in the last game and put 10 points immediately on the board within under 5 minutes, becoming an offensive force right out the gate.
We love a good person that comes off the bench giving us points immediately.
One of the keys of the game right there, the bench being something. Ball movement right now by the Cougars. They're not able to cash in right there. Davis gets the rebound.
They're coming out with a lot of fire. They're not sluggish today.
Definitely not, as now they have a 7-3 lead. Good defense right there. They seem to understand one of the keys is where they're not letting up a lot of free baggage through the paint. However, the Cougars cash in with a 3 of them on their second one of the game. Dantzler finds Brassfield. Yimmy finds Davis in the middle, back to outside. Kyle Brassfield almost got it taken away.
Banks with some advice across the floor, telling Davis to turn and shoot. He did have an open shot.
Definitely indeed. Bates is a very animated coach, so it's really insight by him will definitely be one to hang on to right now. Still remaining the Jaguars' ball. Let's see. Dantzler and Brassfield are playing catch, but almost lets it go. Yimmy has the lane and finally able to get that one.
Turn and shoot, he said, go up with power. That's exactly what he did.
Yep, went up with class and power too. It looked pretty easy for him, even though that was a very difficult shot to make.
Jaguars playing great defense.
And another three from what the points were in the paint. All 3 buckets for the Cougars have been threes outside the arc. And Nick McCash tries to get himself on the 3 fiasco once more, but that goes out, so it's going to be the Cougars' ball. If it permits, maybe we might have to see a little bit of a different adaptation in the game plan. Because as you said before, the Jaguars are locking down the paint, and they're able to get that steal. Kyle Brasfield coming with it, and is able to be clean and crisp and get that layup on the fast break right there. Good stuff by Brasfield.
He thought about it. He went up for that layup clean instead of doing what he was gonna do.
Yeah, you definitely had the opportunity to become a highlight reel. You had to kind of slow yourself and realize, wait, this is a close game.
Yeah, smart decision.
Okay. Stevenson is able to get through Davis right there and get the layup. It's gonna be Dancer up top. That was their first layup, 2 of the game. Jimmy to Brasfield. Brasfield for 3. Not able to find it. Hill is going to be able to return it, but Hill loses it, and it's going to hand in the hands of Yimmy. Yimmy's going to take it all the way through the floater. Not going to be able to finish it for himself. So that's going to bring Tyler Ward on, and he's going to bring it up top. Oh, and falls. That was no call yet until they were fighting for it. Jaguars ball right there.
He kind of tripped over himself a little there.
Yeah, definitely.
Got ahead of himself.
Yeah. So Dancer up top. He's going to take it from. Dancer takes that up top. Little smoky Jimmy. Finds Davis. And another foul. So foul on, that's going to be on Cedric Johnson right there. We're going to get a throw in from the Jaguars. Ooh, very close to that steal right there, but Yimmy hangs on. Bates not too happy about that, how close it got.
They're really fighting for this ball right now. With the score tied, somebody's trying to come out on top. Oh. Nick can't get that to drop.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of using that angle right there. Very tough one to hit. He was so close to making it work.
Travel.
Travel.
So far, Cougars have 4 turnovers to the Jaguars 0. That's showing.
For as much as the game to be tied, the Jaguar defense is still hanging on.
Yeah, Jaguars are playing smart basketball right now.
I definitely like the fact that they're playing with a little more intensity and not trying to figure out how to adapt.
Absolutely, they're running their floor tonight.
Exactly, because if you are playing with great intensity but still adapt, you're going to be a good team, no matter what. Davis trying to figure out who to pass it to. Yimmy with the rush and throw on. Owens Jr. struggling with it. Hill was clapping in his face a little bit, knowing he had him off balance. Oh. And that was Kyle Jackson trying to go for the mid-range jumper right there. Not able to cash in. Didn't even hit the rim yet. So Cougars get a gift. Hill gonna take it up top. Top, put him in the hands of Johnson. Brandon tried to go for the corner. Yimmy finds Owens Jr. Davis, seeing his options, back to Jr. Beautiful fake right there, and one. That ball did a little bit of truth and dare right there.
It sure did. Kind of gave me a little scare, I'm not going to lie.
Hey, that's the to be continued right there. That's that might be, it might be, it might be, it will.
He definitely went in against 3 other defenders, so he deserves that.
And he's going to be able to help himself with that one more right there. So, Jaguars trying to run away with this one. Pass right there by Johnson. Who finds.
Great pass.
Yeah,
and didn't get it to fall, but it was a great pass in.
Yeah, he found Brandon right there. So check this out, one to be interested. The Jaguars have 5 points off turnovers so far. What a move. Kyle Jackson, wow. Can we get a replay if we have that? That was something to behold right there. Did you see that?
I did.
He looked like he's Superman for that.
Yeah, he definitely was on a horizontal instead of a vertical.
Yeah, that was a spooky one indeed. He really coasted through the air right there to get that one. Gave up his body for his team for a second.
He definitely did.
And he's going to get one more for himself. Let's see if he can get cash in. He does. All right, it's going to be Hill to start with it. Goes in and out and tries to find it. Ooh, number 24, Tojak is able to find that one for his team. Owens Jr. at the top. Kyle Jackson picks it up. Owen Jr. finds Gist in the corner. White picks it up. Oh, spooky pass right there. Kyle Jackson getting a little beat up in this first half.
Bates definitely frustrated.
Yeah.
But that first button hasn't unbuttoned yet, so we're still in good standings.
Right. I think we're just trying to get all the plugs and flowing so the energy starts to get going. But the defense has been doing really good jobs locking it down. However, that foul is going to be, I believe, placed on number 5, Owens Jr. Cougars ball still. Okay, so on White, it's still the Cougars ball.
Cal got called for holding the jersey.
And they're gonna just totally reset the situation again. Here we go. To Johnson. And another out of that one going to be the Cougars ball once again. That was great defense. As you said, in the paint, they're really trying to lock it down and make it so that they don't let too many people get too many points under the rim.
Absolutely. Make it harder for them.
And the defense is starting to really show forth. And there it goes, the Jaguars ball.
There's some tension on the floor.
To Jackson, White, Owens Jr. finds Gist in the corner. Bounce pass, Owens Jr. slams it down for the 3. Biggest lead of the night right now for the Jaguars as they go up by 7. Hill up top. Finds Ward to Johnson. Good rebound right there by Davis. Davis to White. Good spin move right there. White's just going to try and take it all the way. And Davis is there. Gets the L1. And
Davis.
Go ahead.
Davis definitely came in clutch with that rebound.
Yep, and now he's going to take a trip to the line himself. Davis is a very big, efficient scorer for the Jaguars. We have a timeout for the Cougars. Don't go nowhere. 22 Jaguars, 13 Cougars. We are in the arc. And welcome back, folks. We are back with some more basketball action here at Governor's State. We've got 22-13 Jaguars lead, and Cougars called a timeout right in the middle of Vincent Davis's free throw. Maybe been a coach move right there to try and see if they can help the offense force that the Jaguars are going on right now.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think the Jaguars learned from Wednesday. I think they're back with their intensity. I think they're back playing Jaguar basketball, Jaguar defense. Coach Bates in that huddle, really getting them together.
Yeah, that intensity from Bates really flows within his players. You definitely can see that.
Absolutely.
And, you know, you said it with earlier, one of the keys of the game being the defense. They have really locked down under the rim and in the paint. They've started to really lock it down and shutting down a lot of drive attempts from the Cougars.
Yeah, because I would rather those outside shots than those drives.
Yes. So right now it's going to be Vincent Davis. Not going to be able to help his team out. So it's going to start with Johnson. Back to Ward. Back to Tojaki. Name rhymes with magic. Ward again. Jaguars defense is trying to really press the Cougars.
6 seconds on the shot clock.
We might have a shot clock violation right now. He's got to do it, and they're going to get the turnover anyway. White to Kyle Jackson to the spin move, and he got it.
That was a great move by Kyle Jackson.
And that is what you want to see.
Out of your team captain? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. The Jaguars are starting to come alive. This defense is starting to really press. The Cougars are starting to have a really hard time of trying to figure out a way. And he almost got another turnover right there. It's going to be out on White. Cougars ball. However, the Jaguars have a lot of momentum at the moment.
Jaguars take it out. Defense is definitely in full effect. Scaring that big man.
Number 30, Cedar Johnson, is able to knock that one down. Jaguars ball here is going to start with Owens Jr. Going to find Gist. Jackson on the outside. White in the corner, finds trouble. Travel on White. So it's going to start off with Ward. White right there tried to use his size to get through, but found too many hands in his face. Got Ross in there, number 0 for the Cougars. Ward picks it up.
A lot of swatting going on the floor.
Very much so, and an air ball right there. So probably the easiest way you can get that ball back. All right, White's going to start with it. All right, just to guys give you an idea, the Jaguars' offense has been doing really good when they get in the paint because they have now 12 points to the Cougars 4, making a difference really hard. And just almost being able to put himself on the 3 frenzy. Not able to. Beautiful swat right there by Kyle Jackson. Said, get that out of there. Almost sent it to another school. We got a replay on that. Please tell me we got a replay on that. I guess not. We'll have to go with our memory. And White. Oh. White tried to do a little too many things right there, and it found. And another block by Kyle Jackson. However, he does get the foul for this one. So now we've got Ross going to get to the line, going to get some chances here. This is quite a different showing from the Jaguars that we last seen them.
Absolutely, I love to see it. Their energy is there. Everybody's breathing hard. I like the energy that's going, the hustle that's flowing.
Ross knocks down the first one. White's going to come out. Yimmy's going to go in his place.
Jaguars communicating with each other.
Love to see it, love to see it. Ross not able to get the double deucer, so now it's going to be the Jaguars' ball. Owens Jr. finds trouble a little bit. Gist looking at his options. Nick McCash in the corner. Not able to cash in. Stevenson finds Ward. Ward not able to cash through, and the Jaguars once again have the ball. McCash again, back to Owens Jr. Owens Jr. Spooky pass through the middle. Yimmy under the hoop and gets it going.
Yimmy has really been putting up some points today.
Not only that, he's been putting up some points where you think he's not able to get it. And he does a little bit of a illusion move right there. Is able to, ooh, that ball did a little bit of a to-be continued action. High in the air. It's gonna be Owens Jr. to Davis. Davis is just gonna let it rip, and he's gonna find it.
Davis with a beautiful three.
And that is a timeout on the Cougars. We have 29 Jaguars, 17 Cougars. Don't go anywhere. We are in the arc.
Who are these people?
I don't know. The Olympia Fields Timberwolves?
Man. The Temptation Titans.
Trinity Christian Trolls? Is it?
Trinity Christian. Yeah, Trolls. Nah, whoa, nah.
Back, folks, to this one. We have the half of the first half here, this timeout. How ironic. It is 29 Jaguars, 17 Cougars. So far, Jaguars defense has been shining, putting a lot of hard drive attempts from the Cougars to shame, and they've been able to have a lot of points in the paint themselves.
The Cougars aren't far behind, so we have to keep this intensity. I know it's going to wear the guys out, but we got to keep it all 40 minutes.
Full 40, another key to the game right there. With every 3 keys, we'll unlock the door to victory. They got to play defense once again. Here we go. It's going to start with Hill. Back to Hill. Ooh. Everyone's really comfortable finding Hill right there. He gets stuffed up in the paint right there, and Owens Jr. able to get it. All right, pace change right here. Jaguars trying to see how they can find it. It's going to be Owens Jr. to pull up.
Great rebound.
Very much so, and in the hands of Yimmy, almost able to put that in. That would have been a big one. Stevenson. Stevenson going for the spooky pass.
And a travel is called.
That was very interesting travel indeed. I think he's trying to find somebody that was probably behind him.
Feet got ahead of him.
Feet definitely got ahead of him, and his hands were way behind. That is number 23, George Iodonis, hailing from Greece.
Right, we got a Germany on the girls, on the ladies, Jaguars and a Greece on the men's.
Travel call right there. He's gonna take it. Stevenson back to Hill. Hill finds Brandon. Ooh, almost got away from him. Vincent Davis was hunting for it. And pretty sound bucket right there. Hits the floater right now for Brandon. Owen Jr. back up top with it. 29-19 is the Jaguars' lead.
Davis getting that ball. Got a little bit of slippery fingers there.
Wow, what a shot right there by Yimmy as he's able to hook and fade away at the same time.
That's 8 points for Yimmy.
Already on the board, Yimmy is being the offensive driving force for the Jaguars. The defense, however, has been the name of the game as they're really trying to lock down in the paint, but outside the arc, that is number 15, Mason Kabelix.
So the Jaguars now have to adjust because St. Xavier has adjusted to being able to shoot outside the paint.
And something that the Jaguars hopefully can adopt to add to this as they missed that 3 attempt right there by Ildis. And number Cedric Johnson knocks that one down through traffic. This lead has gotten within 8 now. Ildis to McCash. Gets the screen right there. Owens Jr. finds it in the corner. Trying to go for it. Almost had that attempt, but Davis gets the rebound, picks it right back up. Not able to find it. All right, open lane right there by Stevenson. However, he passes in the corner, but he was out. With that, the Jaguars will get the ball. Went a little bit too far out of bounds right there as that pass took him a little bit to his left. Kyle Brasfield's gonna get a chance here. What do you think of this pace change?
I think it's going back in Jaguars' favor. And we finally get one to the fall.
As you said it right there. Johnson to Hill. Hill puts it up, fakes it. Back to Johnson in the paint. Picks it up. And this Jaguar defense is really starting to stress.
Davis getting that rebound.
Beautiful pass, Yimmy.
Davis, oh, foul draw.
And Coach Bates is animated. Really animated off of that one.
Disappointed in Yimmy missing that shot. Davis picked it back up. We get these 2 free throws.
I think everyone needs a breath of fresh air right there after that one.
Absolutely. I'm out of breath, and I wasn't even playing.
No. Davis knocks down the first one. He's going to get another chance here. Kabelix comes out. That'll put in.
Davis giving us those points back that we missed. And
so for both sides, it's 8 apiece for both Cedric Johnson and Julio Yemio for 8 apiece, being the offensive force for both teams. Hill finds Brandon out the outside, not able to cash in. And Nick McCash is able to get that beautiful pass through the middle. Finds Brasfield, and whoa, we almost had tension there, but he was able to knock him out. Brandon went really hard for it. Kyle Brasfield wanted to not only put 2 more, but put a statement into the Cougar bench.
hey, did you notice that Coach Bates' button is open now?
Yep.
It's finna get real for everybody.
Oh, yeah. What a pass. Made it look like he was going for another basket. However, not able to find the real one there. And Yimmy gets that one. Finds McCash to Brasfield. To Ildis for 3. Not able to find it. That's going to be Ward bringing it up top. Picks it up. Stevenson trying to find his way through. They're really locking down under the rim. Ward, it's going to have to be Brandon for 3. He's able to find it.
That was actually a really good shot.
Very good indeed. This knocks this lead down to 9. Brasfield Beautiful bounce pass, but Yimmy wasn't able to come up with it. And that ball is loose, and it is going to be back in Nick McCash's hand. He's going to drive it to Yimmy, to the fadeaway, and is able to get that one. Two minutes left, 2.5 minutes left, I should say, in this one. 38 to 27. The Jaguar defense is really starting to press inside, but giving a lot of open lane for the Cougars to start hitting their threes. We're within 8.
They have adjusted, so now the Jaguars have to adjust to those outside shots. We got to make it all happen.
You know, you just got to ask yourself and wonder how, for something that is definitely working, do you give it up a little bit just so you can try and lock it down more?
Actually, you're absolutely right. Protecting that paint is probably our best bet, but we got to get somebody out there with a hand up at least.
Right. All right, here we go. The ball is going to be the Jaguars as that was out. Brassfield's going to toss it in. It's going to find Ben Underwood outside the arc, back to Brassfield. Ooh. And another foul right there.
We are in the bonus, so we're going to the line.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of fouls are racked up for the Cougars.
I didn't know Ben used to wear my number. I wore 34 in high school.
Give him the magic of Ross.
Yes.
Knocks down one. Let's give him another. Not able to find that second one, so it's going to be in the hands of Brandon. Johnson, up top to Ward. Back to Johnson. To Ward, playing catch a little bit. Ward not able to find his opening. Toe Tragic is going to get back out. Hill fakes it up. And Johnson, through traffic, is able to find that one.
He got through 3 defenders. He earned that point. He got 10 so far.
Brassfield up top, back to Brassfield from McCash. Ooh, and a steal right there from Brandon. Gonna be Cougars ball. Forced to pick it up. And so that's gonna be a foul on Nick McCash right there.
And as one of our officials said, we all heard it, so
Yep.
valid foul.
We've got headphones on, and I definitely heard that one. Okay, Brandon's gonna take it up top. He's got Gimme outside the arc. Ooh, Bates definitely wants a travel call right there. And we have another foul right there, this time on Underwood. So that's going to get Marco Tojakic a trip to the line. Cash is in one.
Number 13 is Jordan Streeter for the Cougars.
Gonna have another chance right here. Momentum is swaying back and forth in this one. This game is starting to get as close as within a shot. Brassfield, McCash.
30 seconds left on the clock.
Underwood, they definitely want this one right here. They're gonna need it.
Foul drawn.
Foul is drawn. That's going to be on Tojajic once more. I think it might be Tojajic. I'm not sure. So, McCash, definitely gonna need to cash in here. He finds one. We got 25 seconds left on that clock. And finds 2. Very intense one right now. Hill takes it up to Ward. Ward tries to drive through, but hands it off. That's going to be Streeter. Finds Brandon in the corner, too short, but knocks that ball all the way away. And those fans do not want to play this game.
No, they all swatted away.
They all swatted away and did the not me, coach. Surprised none of our Lady Warriors that are in the stands right there got up and defend that one. Whoa. A couple of fouls definitely wanted to be seen right there, but it's not going to matter as we go to the halftime right there. The Jaguars lead 41-34 to the Cougars. Don't go far. We are in the arc.
We are active in the community. Educators, occupational therapists, leaders, nurses, athletes, diverse learners. We are Gulf State.
Welcome back, everybody, to Governor State basketball here in the ARC. And ironically, it is National Play Basketball all day. So here we are out here playing some basketball. Good ball all the way around all day. So what do you think of National Basketball Day?
I am definitely going to be shooting some hoops with my son today. So I'm sure we'll figure it out. We got hoops everywhere in the house.
Hoops everywhere, indeed. And everyone's out here hooping their heart out. Gotta love to see it. Some good action. So we return to this one. The Jaguars leading the Cougars 41 to 34. Very good action in the first half right now. So a lot of the thing to highlight has been the Jaguar defense, as they have locked down a lot of points in the paint. You know, that was what they really struggled in the first few games of the season. They were letting people get in free drives, almost effortless points under the rim.
Absolutely.
So now being able to start locking that down in this game is a very good sign of growth from your last game to now.
Absolutely. And they also came out with high intensity. We're not sluggish like we were on Wednesday. I think they learned their lesson, so we started off strong. I feel like we're going to end strong. How you feeling about the win?
I'm feeling really good. It definitely is swaying in the way of the Jaguar, choosing the mightier cat. I really like the way Yumi is playing, especially because now he's leading his team in points for the night with 10. Right behind him is number 5, Chuck Owens Jr., and they're getting it done together on the offense. We've got another trailblazer right behind them being Vincent Davis. Always an efficient scorer for the Jaguars. So, and for the other side, we got a lot. It was outside the Arc City for the Cougars.
And Chuck came off the bench scoring all those points. I just want to put that out there.
So, sound like we're about to get this one started. What's going on here?
They got to shoot the ball to fix the shot clock.
The shot clock. There it is.
Very good.
It's like one of those things like that'll work. You just got to hit it right. And everyone giving him a round of applause. He probably said, I could do this back in my day as well.
Absolutely.
It's going to be Yumi to Chuck Owens Jr. to get this one started for the Jaguars. Brassfield thinking about it. Thinks twice and puts it to Chuck Owens Jr. in the corner. Able to, almost had the rebound right there, but a little too high on the arc right there, and he gives it into the hands of Brandon. So then it's going to be Brandon. It's a foul. It's going to be on Chuck Owens Jr. right here. Cougars ball. It's going to start in right now. Goes over the head, finds Johnson. And everybody, and he knows about it, and Johnson threw it in. We are within 5 of this one.
Yeah, the Cougars are definitely going to come out of halftime with a lot more intensity after not winning the first half, so the Jaguars have to step it up.
Oh, no, definitely tripped over his own self. A little confused because he didn't get a foul call, but he's just going to hit it out on his own self right there. So the Jaguars are going to take it back like nothing ever happened.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
I'm very. If I could just sit down and still have the ball, I would definitely take that.
I'm okay with that.
All right, Chuck Owens Jr. McCash finds Davis on the outside. Davis tries. High off the top. He is going to get a foul to the line, so he's going to get 2 chances right there. Coach Bates still animated as ever.
Not surprised, not going to lie.
Davis is really, really good when it comes to him at the free throw line. Does miss that one, though, so I don't want to I might as well stop talking so I don't commentators curse him. He's going to get another shot right here. He nails it.
Yeah, the first one was just a little off.
Yep. It's going to be Johnson. Kyle Brassfield's looking for it. Streeter back to Johnson. To Hill. to Brandon. Streeter from the 3. Nails it.
That was great ball movement by the Cougars.
This one's within a shot. As the stadium now is going to start getting a lot louder. Owens Jr. takes the high road and gets that one. Ooh, Yimmy in the mid-range, not able to cash in. Hill charging forward really hard. Finds Streeter, back to Hill.
We need a stop here.
Definitely, the defense got to come alive like how they were in the first one. Fade away, and it's going to put it back into Yimmy's hands right there. Almost lost it, but is able to come up with it to Brasfield. Brasfield slowed it down, letting everybody get in position or find a position. A little bit of slow pace right now. Clock shut. Shot clock at 11. Losing it right there. We got rebound central right here for Vincent Davis, as he's been the one to always most likely get the ball whenever whoever misses the shot. So Vincent Davis with 8 rebounds and Andre Brandon with 7. It's going to be Stevenson that puts that one in the bucket. Right now it is a 1-point game and a timeout for the Jaguars. Don't go far. It is 42-41. We are in the arc. All right, welcome back, folks. This has started to become a very close game. This is 42 Jaguars, 41 Cougars. We have a really, really intense ball game right here.
Yeah, this is starting to be a trend at Governor State. We are putting on a show.
Yep.
I'm just praying and hoping that our men Jaguars come out on top like the ladies did.
Yes, they're finding themselves in a little bit of a tougher battle right now because they had the largest lead of the night was amounted to about, I think, 10. And then, actually, we've got that. Yeah, the largest, let's see, largest lead was by 12. Yep. So now it's within 1. Jaguars are going to have a chance at it. It's going to be their ball.
Chuck bringing up the ball.
Any basket right here is important. Movement around the arc. Back out to Brasfield. Brasfield picks it up, tries to go for it, doesn't get it in.
It seems like St. Xavier has adjusted and started double teaming Yimmy.
Yeah, definitely so. Now the Cougars are going to take the lead. Owens up top. Brasfield back to Owens. Owens really trying to find hard to make sure he can get a good lane for his men. As it's back to him, gonna get the jumper, no, but there's the rebound, not gonna go out. Oh, and it gets tipped out right at the end, right there. Streeter on the outside, it's gonna be back in his hands. Johnson to Hill on the outside. Oh, and he bumps his own teammate. That almost costed him. Oh, and looking for blood. Instead, he found nothing. Does get the foul right there, so he's going to take a trip to the line.
He did definitely try to make him a poster.
Oh, my God. He tried to put him on a milk carton.
I don't know what he was trying to get out there, but
yeah.
Let's see if he make these free throws.
Knocks down one. Got a little bit of substitutions. Kyle Brasfield and Nick McCash come out. Kyle Jackson's going to go in.
Along with Dakari.
Dakari Graham. So here we're going to go. Kyle Jackson up top to Owen Jr. finds Kyle Jackson all the way across. Yimmy for three. Cashes. And we have a tie game, folks.
We needed that. The more you see the ball go through the hoop, the more your confidence rises. So we needed that.
Yeah, basketball's a game of momentum. You get 2-3 good calls your way, a couple of good baskets, and next thing you know, we're up 10. Good rebound right there by Vincent Davis. Bounce pass right there was very spooky indeed. Behind the back, that was almost a postcard pass right there. Kyle Jackson. Traveling he goes right there. Not able to find the opening he was looking for. Also not able to find somebody to give it to him as he ran out of options. What do you think of the pace so far? Even though it's a lot more intense of a game, it's a lot slower.
It's a lot slower. The Jaguars are not playing at their pace. We're definitely playing at Cougars' pace.
Yeah, I find it very interesting. Oh, and that could have been a spooky steal right there, however. And that is the Jaguars' ball right there.
That was a good try by Dakari, but a great turnover by everyone else.
Oh, yeah. If he had came up with ball, I'd tell you it would have been
Changed
a really.
the game.
Oh, yeah, that would have been because he was off to the races. He just didn't have it. Might have been a weight shifter right there. Dantzler to Jackson. Back to Dantzler. Faking for it. Graham for three. Not able to find it right there, and Brandon gets the rebound. Hill going for it.
Foul called.
And that's going to be on Dantzler right there.
His second foul.
Here we go. Almost tipped that. Johnson's going to try and push it all the way. They're going to find Wow, for three. That is going to be Kiblets. Dancer up top.
They're really going back and forth. We just need to get us a stop.
Yeah.
And play some smart basketball.
And a fade away shot by Yimmy. He's going to be able to hit it down, and he's going to get a chance at the line. Yimmy has been an offensive force this entire game. Having the ball get in his hands is definitely, as a coach, you really are excited or very confident as he knocks it down, and we're tied.
That brings him to 16 points for this whole game.
Okay, Hill passes to Streeter on the outside. Streeter not able to knock it down. Graham gets the rebound. Fast action right there. Vincent. And that's going to be out right there. Going to be Jaguars' ball still. Ref telling Dancer to come over here. Said, yeah. Oh, no. And a two-hand push-off on Vincent Davis was called, so now it's going to be the Cougars' ball this time.
I'm not going to lie, I didn't see that, but hey, it's ref's call.
Yeah. All right. Streeter on the outside. Finds Johnson. They're moving the ball around. Passes are really interesting. The Jaguar defense is struggling to keep them going, and he traveled. He said, you can't travel around here, man. You got to have a fast pass for that one. We're going to get it back to the Jaguars like nothing ever happened.
The Cougars coach asked him how. He took too many steps. That's how.
And that's what you saw call right there. Defense was forcing passes out of the Cougars, and they were able to force a mistake. And Yimmy for three cashes it.
Yimmy's hot right now.
Oh, yeah, he's got the hot hand right now. That puts him at 19. Fake. Johnson fake Graham right there. Not able to produce anything out of it. Streeter now going for his own attempt. Able to cash in. We've got a slugfest going right now.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. One gets one, and the other comes right back. Kyle Jackson looking for his options. Yimmy. They're really starting to lock down Yimmy as much as possible. Dantzler. Dancing around a little bit. Yimmy once again. Is it going to cash it? Not able to do it this time, but Cougars ball as that was knocked out by Dantzler. So now it's going to be Brandon. Gives it to Hill.
There's some clear lanes not being taken by the Jaguars, so I need them to look up and start paying attention.
Yeah. I need all these fans to start looking up. I don't know how you could be looking at your phone when this game's going on like this. 51-51, break even. And both teams almost pushed out of bounds right there. Brandon settles in, tries to get the three. Air balls, but the Ward gets the rebound. And now it's going to be Hill's turn. Not able to come through. Yimmy comes down with it. Kyle Jackson. Drives it through. Does get the foul. Not able to come through with the basket. So now Dancer is going to go out to get the throw in. Yimmy. Amazing basket right there.
Yimmy going up strong.
I think that puts a strong 2-0 plus for the points category for Yimmy right there. Johnson gets clamped up. But however, he shakes it all off and gets the jumper. So now it's going to be tied once again.
Are we going to do this the whole rest of the game?
Definitely don't want it. As a Jaguar, you definitely want a little bit of padding right now. So someone's going to have to step up and make a spooky play. Graham finding back on the outside. Yimmy for three. Not able to come through this time. And now Hill's just going to drive it all the way to Brandon. Blocked. Beautiful block right there. Graham finds Yimmy, who's pushed out of bounds. They pushed him out of bounds, and that's going to be a foul. Yimmy. Not on Yimmy, sorry. On Brandon. Fouling Yimmy. My fault, gang. Dantzler going to throw in. Finds White. Dantzler, once again. A travel called on Dantzler, so now Cougars ball. Whew, this is a heartbeater right now.
Yeah, I kind of got locked in, I'm not going to lie. We got Davis on the side getting checked out by the trainers. Not sure what happened there. Hill, Johnson. They're moving that ball around the Cougars. Jaguar defense is still trying hard to protect that middle, but they gave an open chance for the Cougars to cash in. Not a chance for that rebound right there, so Johnson's going to get it once again. This time he's going to drive. He's going to take the foul right there. So that's going to give him a trip to the line. Now, if I'm a stadium right now, I'm getting loud. Cash is one. Yeah. Jaguars got to work on that getting loud thing.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to take time to fix that shot clock, because that shot clock started to glitch out a little bit.
Here we go, and up he goes, and
he's able to cash in the shot clock shot right there. All right, Jaguars ball here. Dantzler Taking it on top into Yimmy's hands. Yimmy trying to find it, finds White. White, ooh, that would have been very spooky indeed, but, oh, and it looked like he was way out of bounds right there, but no eyes on the play right there, so. Oh, a foul on Yimmy.
Oh, 21.
Oh, never mind.
White.
Fooled me twice. That is White taking the foul call right there. So now it's going to be Johnson throwing it in. To Hill. Trying to get it done himself, but he gets clamped up. Beautiful job right there. Dancer has to pick it up. Gives it to White. And realizing that he was in a lot of trouble, decided to take the easy route out and slow it down. Foul on Ward right there, so that's going to give the Jaguars a reset. Getting pretty spicy as we keep going to this one. White almost loses that one, but is able to come up with it. Now he's going to take his time. Give it to Yimmy. Yimmy looking for his options. 8 seconds left on the clock. Able to spin, not able to get through it all. And
that was a beautiful spin move, but if we finished, that would have been even better.
Yep. The play is not complete unless you finish it, so you learned that really well in this one. And he gets to his side and calls the timeout, courtesy of the Cougars. 55 Cougars, 53 Jaguars. Don't go far. We are in the arc.
The GSU bookstore is open and ready to help you prepare this semester. Students can buy or rent course textbooks, purchase a variety of school supplies, and anyone could shop for some sweet Jaguar merchandise. Unable to shop on campus? Visit Governor State's website and click on the bookstore option. Here you can find the link to the bookstore's online page, where you can order any product straight to your address. Let's kick off the school year right. Visit the bookstore today, and remember, go Jaguars.
Welcome back, folks, to Governor State Basketball Men's Edition. It is 55 Cougars, 53 Jaguars. We are in a very tight one. Just because the Jaguars are down, that doesn't mean that it's a complete game, because as it's shown, it's one person takes over, the other one strikes back. And check this out. Points off the turnovers, 19 points off the turnovers have the Jaguars have been a key driving force, because out of that 19, that is a good percentage of points they have to their 53. Gonna need some more and produce them just like it's breathing. How do you feel about that?
I feel like we need to make more points on our end anyway.
Yep, turnover. Definitely. Oh, ooh, and a travel.
That is a travel.
On Hill. He's not happy about that.
Neither is the coach. The coach doesn't agree. That's a travel, sir. 1-2 steps are travels. I don't know if anybody else knows that around here, but.
All right, rolling. Dancer's going to take it from the top. Jaguars now have a chance. Switch defenders is the red. Finds Dancer on the outside. Dancer's going to drive through himself. Not able to produce. So now it's going to find it into Johnson. However, that one is going to be on Dancer as well. That's going to put the Cougars in the bonus now. Last time it was in the last half, it was the Jaguars that were really in the bonus. Mm-hmm. They were in a really early time too.
Coach Bates a little frustrated with the fouls going on, unnecessary fouls.
Mm-hmm. Now, Jaguars are really gonna have to work for it now. Still as close as ever, however, A shot won't put it at a tie. Gimme F top. White fakes through. Graham from the corner.
A lot of whistles being called.
A lot of fouling, yep.
Number 13 on the Cougars.
So holding behind his back, number 13, Streeter. So therefore, Jaguars are gonna get the ball. Still sitting at 57-53. Jackson. Oh.
Jaguars going up strong. Kyle can't get it to fall.
Yeah.
He gets fouled.
But in this chart, he has a chance to score. That'll give him 2 chances. And every one of them counts. One of them is not able to go through. Uh-oh. A little confusion on the call right now because he said that the refs are saying that he is not shooting 2. He's getting 2 shots, 2 chances on that. Coach is not happy about that. However, doesn't really matter at that point because both shots were not made. For Claire. Ooh. Johnson finding a lot of trouble, is still able to make it.
He looking for a whistle.
Jackson up top, starting to get some energy in here. Right now, White under and finds it through, keeping it within 4. Hill's gonna take his time. Back to him. To Johnson. Traveling we have right there, so the Jaguars are gonna get a chance. Kyle Jackson and White are gonna come out of this one. That's gonna throw back in Davis and McCash. My fault, Jalen Levy is in there now. He definitely knows how to make a game different. Man,
this game, man, I'm over here stressing out. That's why I'm a little quiet. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a little scary to see it.
It's just a back and forth. We can't get a stop. We're trying to get in there. We can't seem to do it. They've adjusted well to our offense, so I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah, Nick McCash getting in. He's got to pick it up now. Jalen Levy's turn. Not able to come up with it, but that's Vincent Davis able to back it up. That was amazing.
That was a great shot by Davis.
Really good, and he's going to take a trip to the line for that one.
You just said that Jalen comes in making a difference. He definitely set up that shot for sure.
Oh, yeah. He's going to get one more chance, Brett. Now we can put it in 1. Ooh, the silence is getting to me. And the point is cash, so now this is in 1 again.
Davis with 11 points.
Hill finds Streeter, back to Hill. Up top, pass is stolen by Davis.
Davis wants this bad. Foul called.
Now, if you're a Jaguar fan, this is the momentum you need at the moment because being down after 4 points, getting the spooky shot right there by Davis and having him cash in, he's able to get himself back to the free throw line. And now he's going to have 1. He's going to have 1 chance right here. He makes it happen. We're tied, folks.
He gets 1 more.
Oh, we're in the bonus now. They said 1.
They said 1 and 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that last 1.
Yeah.
Now Vincent Tammy not able to come through, but that ball is loose. Yimmy to Jalen Levy. Now he's going to take his time with it. Spooky pass right there by Jalen Levy. Nigga Cash goes up, doesn't come through with it. And now foul called.
That wasn't a charge?
That was kind of interesting because we did see some action right there.
Yimmy tried to catch that charge. I'm not sure what was going on. They're looking for a towel to clean the floor off. Bates is not happy. And also a little confused like the rest of us.
We've got Marko Tohajic right here at the line. And he's from Serbia.
We had a lot of international players playing today.
Exactly, yeah. It's always interesting to see that. This is a very intense game because now we're at 59 apiece. So now Coach Bates is not happy about it being 2 shots. He's going to get a chance right now. Misses the first one.
One of our Jaguar fans made a sound.
Oh, yeah.
Scared us all, actually.
Yeah, that's a twitcher right there. And everybody hold your breath. He goes in for the second one. It's up, and he misses. Jaguars ball.
Still tied.
Hopefully a grace and glory for the Jaguars right now. It's going to start with Owens Jr. as he's back out there to Levy. Levy trying to find an opening to McCash. To Davis. Davis finds Yimmy on the out, on the arc for 3. Not able to come through with it. Ooh, spooky action right there. Luckily Owens did not get hurt. Oh, and never mind, none of that. McCash is just going to go up and say, hold on, I can do it. Shot clock got a little glitched out right there for those who don't know what happened at home. Can't really see it in the shot.
It's crazy because it's usually the other side. Today it's this side.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Double teaming right now, but still keeping Brandon in check. Stevenson's back in the game, and he comes back in with a spooky bucket under the hoop.
We gotta watch that backcourt.
Very much so. That is a tall man, too, to get it done. And he's gonna take a trip to the line right now. Take it up right now. Not able to cash that one in, so it's going to be the Jaguars. Definitely looking for the opportunity. Someone's got to step up. It's going to be Orange Jr. to get it to start. Hands it off to Levy. Levy, the ball is loose. Oh, and the ball is loose again. However, his teammate was able to recover. And a foul on Kyle Jackson right there.
That's his 4th foul.
This one's getting mighty spooky, but any free chances, now everything counts. Brandon is going to get 2 chances, I believe.
Yep, 2 shots.
Yep. There's been a little bit of mix-ups with some of these fouls and giving it to the shots. Still got 5 minutes left to go in this one.
Right when I thought this game was going fast, it starts to slow down.
It starts to slow down, but then that's when everything started to pick up. That's when the plot started happening.
Absolutely.
I'll say that. Kyle Jackson. Trying to make it himself. A travel is called on Jackson. LaShawn Garrison's going to come in for Jackson at the right there. Bates is definitely trying to keep this as close as possible. For that defense, for how it was half for one, it's going to have to come back. There's been a lot of spooky plays in this last half. To Hill, Streeter, back to Hill at the top. That ball movement outside the arc is really allowing Cougars, but he was called out right there. Man, this is one insane second half. A lot of fouls being called and a lot of the tide turning.
Yes. A lot of turnovers, a lot of fouls. Not a lot of smart basketball being played, but we're going to get it back together.
It's going to be Yimmy with it. It's been a little quiet recently. Hopefully they can find him open again. Going to give it to fake it around. Now another turnover. These turnovers are starting to really kill the Jaguars. Johnson's going to take his time with it this time. Oh, and off. And a little bit of a scurry. Finds it in the hands of Owens Jr. Davis for three. He needed to hit that one, but comes up short. Defense trying to come alive and keep Stevenson on their side of the court. Not able to work as he's able to bring it down and find his way through. Streeter back to Stevenson.
Slowing the ball down. Cougars trying to find an in.
Back to Streeter. Tries to come through. Going to find Johnson way out there. Johnson trying to drive. Oh, and he's stopped by Yimmy. Try to contest Yimmy, not able to get it through, but it's going to be rebounded. The shot clock violation right there is going to give the Jaguars another chance. We're still 62-59. Definitely interesting to see how this one's going to play out. Owens Jr. is going to take it up. Going to take it himself. Going to give it to Gist. And that is the start right there from Gist. We have turnovers. 20 turnovers right now for the Cougars and 13 for the Jaguars.
I don't know why it seems like so much more.
I think it's all because the pacing of the game is gone, and that ball is loose in the middle, and it comes up to be the Jaguars. However, they take it right back as he was on the floor, and Bates is animated. He is animated. He called a timeout, and it wasn't given. That's going to put the Cougars up 64, Jaguars 61. Don't go far, folks. We are still in the arc.
The Athletic and Recreation Center is now reopened. After being closed due to COVID precautions, the center is now available to the public. There are free weights, exercise machines, and cardiovascular equipment, all located in the A building of Governor State. These are all free benefits for actively registered Governor State University students. Just use My One Card to get in. The public can also join for a fee. For more information, please visit govst.edu/recfit.
Welcome back to this one, folks. We are in a very tight one. It is 64 Cougars, 61 Jaguars. We have under 3 minutes to go left in this half, and we are near the end of this conclusion. And it looks very, very bleak as to who will come out as the winner, as when one gets a really big play, the other one responds. This is a battle. It's going to be a race to the finish to see how this one ends out. How we feeling?
The Cougars in a double bonus and the Jaguars in a bonus. I don't know. I am really, like you said, they're going back and forth. They're doing strong plays. Not a lot of smart basketball being played, but they're getting the job done.
Yeah, and one thing is Bates was not happy about how that last one turned out. He was calling a timeout the moment that the ball was in his possession, but it wasn't given to him. His Gist was on the floor, but it was taken from him while he was trying to get a timeout call, but not there. So it's going to start with Gibby at the front. Going to give it to Owens. Levy. Known for making some late game magic happen. to Yimmy for three. Cash! We are tied. 64 even, no Nintendo.
Yimmy with 24 points for today's game so far.
Very good offensive force right there. He's gonna need more. Brandon Hill goes for his own, he cashes.
Like we just said, they go for play, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Everything's a coin toss at the moment right now. Yimmy trying to see his options again. I think the Jaguars are definitely looking for another three at the moment. Oh, and Jalen Levy. Foul going up. He's known for making those kind of spooky plays, going, driving. But now he's gonna get a chance to the line to put it in.
It's like he bounced right back up after hitting the floor that hard.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see.
Great athleticism. Jeez.
Head coach Robert Ford for the St. Xavier Cougars is animated about that one. Not really happy. Jaguars get a chance. They get one. Even though the Cougars are up, it's still anyone's game. They get two. And now we're going to see how this one plays out. The Jaguars defense is trying to keep the Cougars to that side. They're going to have to accept it anyway. Stevenson, Streeter, we got a lot of travel calls wanting to be had. Johnson realizing the situation, trying to take his time with this one. Johnson trying to take it over. Lobby pass right there, not able to get intercepted. Hill back to Johnson. And gets stuffed in the middle. Ball is loose, ball is loose, ball is loose. And the shot clock violation goes off either way, so the Jaguars can breathe with this one. It's gonna be their ball. And now, 1 minute, 21 seconds left on the clock. Very pivotal point. We have a timeout for the Jaguars right now. 67 to 66, excuse me. Cougars lead. Don't go far. We are in the arc.
Who are these people?
I don't know. The Olympia Fields Timberwolves?
Man. The Temptation Titans.
Trinity Christian Trolls? Is it?
Trinity Christian. Yeah, Trolls. Nah, whoa, nah.
Welcome back, folks. It is 67 to 66. Cougars to the Jaguars. Under our minute and a half left in this one, so we're going to be seeing the conclusion of this. However, the winner is going to be, it's going to be a battle to see who claims that title for tonight.
Absolutely. I was just telling you that I don't know how this game is really going to go. We keep going back and forth with these same 4 points. I don't know what's going to happen. We need a couple of stops, not just one, so we can pad that win. We'll see.
It's going to start with Owens Jr. Fakes to find Levy. Owens Jr. again. Levy taking his time this time. Okay, gonna just comfortably find himself. Levy finds it. Jaguars lead 68-67. The defense is really gonna have to start shining here. To Johnson. They're gonna throw a timeout in the Cougars' courtesy. Don't go far, 68-67, Jaguars lead. We are in the arc. back, folks. Score is 68 Jaguars, 67 Cougars. The ball is in possession of the Cougars right now. We have a minute even on this clock. And I'll tell you, this has been a battle in the second half. First half, it was all Jaguars. Now we've got a back and forth battle all the way through.
All the way through. They remain strong, I'm not going to lie, but I need them to come out on top.
Yeah, composure was a key to victory early on. There's not a lot of people in his face, and he cashes that one. Wow, what a spooky shot by Hill. 1 minute remaining. They're going to need a lot. Oh, and the ball gets loose. Owens Jr. able to recover. Is able to keep the timing going. White.
That wasn't a travel coach.
Number 21, White is going to get a chance at the line.
Bates is not understanding what's going on. Both coaches talking to two separate refs.
And he's going to get one.
We need this last one.
Definitely so. 35 seconds left to go. And he gets him. We're tied. 35 seconds left, folks.
Jaguars got to hold their composure.
Hold their composure is the key to this one at the moment. A fourth key has spawned. Let's see if they can do it. 28 seconds left. Here we go.
They're going to take between the shot clock and the game time clock.
They're going to take their last timeout right here with 23 seconds left to go. 70 apiece. Don't go nowhere, folks. You don't want to miss the end of this one. We are in the arc. All right, we're back. We're back, folks. We're going to go right into the action. Stevenson's got it at the top. We're 70 apiece. We've got 20 seconds left. 16, and then there's 5 seconds between the shot clock and that. The Jaguar defense is going to have to really start to come to life here as they're locking him up. And he makes a spooky basket right now. This is going to come down to these last few seconds right now. Someone's going to have to become a hero. From the corner is... From the corner, 1 second and a half left. There's no tour timeouts. Is this it? And that is it. The Jaguars walk it off. Walk it off. Walk it off. That is how you end it. From the corner. The spookiness.
Dakari with the shot. Oh my God. Dakari Graham with the shot.
Man, we might be the Jaguars, but he had the eye of the tiger in that shot right there.
Jesus Christ.
Dakari Graham coming through with it. From the corner with the three. Let's go.
They stressed me out from the beginning, but the Jaguars came out with a great win today. Congratulations.
Can we get an interview? Oh my God. Where did y'all go? Was it Deshaun Dantzler? I thought it was a cram. I'm not sure. All right, folks, we'll be right back with that one. We're gonna come back to you guys with an interview. Don't go far. We are in the arc.
Who are these people?
I don't know, the Olympia Fields Timberwolves.
Man. The Temptation Titans.
Trinity Christian Trolls. Is it?
Trinity Christian. Yeah, Trolls. Nah, whoa, nah.
Hello, Governor State fans. We are back. The Governor State Jaguars got a 73-72 win over the St. Xavier Cougars, all thanks to this man right here, LaShawn Gist, #1. Can I get it? Man, how does that feel to hit that shot in that last second?
Feels amazing. You don't expect moments like that, but you got to be ready for them.
Oh, my God, yeah. When your number was called, I didn't even know who hit a shot. There was a lot of people in that little corner right over there, and I just saw the ball fling, and I saw all net. You just had to kind of zone yourself out, and you just had to see all rim there. So that's great mentality. This was a very spooky game because it was a lot of calls, a lot of turnovers. The pacing was slow, but it was super intense. How did you feel? How did you feel like, as the game's progressing on, and especially in that second half?
I knew we had to win. It don't matter if we're down, if they come back. I knew we had to win. There was no doubt in my mind. Even if it came down to the last second shot, we was going to come out with the victory.
Right. And there was, with you being the final hero, there was also a lot of other soldiers along that battlefield with you. Yeah. We had Davis, we had Yimmy as well. They were really helping you. Yimmy was leading the scoring. Very good day from him.
I give all praise to my teammates for even allowing me to take that shot. There's 5 guys on the court. They trusted me.
And that's exactly what I think as a team is really important, because if we can have a lot of yous where you can trust in situations like that, that'll kick up into a very special team synergy.
At the end of the day, we're brothers, not just teammates. So,
as someone who played a sports game and had been in the season for a long time, I totally understand that. And definitely was a very spooky game, and to tell you that there was a lot of interesting things. A lot of back and forth. Definitely didn't even know what would happen next, as it seems like there was always something happening.
Yeah, but we always know. We knew coming into this game we was gonna win. It was close. We didn't blow them out, but we got the W. That's all that matters.
All right, and what do you guys think to learn from this game to go for next game?
Keep the intensity. We slowed down the intensity at the beginning of the second half. We didn't come out like we did in the first and kept that 14-point lead. So we just got to keep the intensity, keep our foot on the opponent's necks.
Right. And what's interesting is you were 100% on the threes, making it the last one.
Yeah.
So how does that feel? To be the one shot you take is the one.
That's the one that matters the most.
Exactly. That's the one that matters the most, folks. Well, this has been LaShawn Gist. We're here, and I'm Josiah Scott. Thank you guys for viewing this game. This has been a pleasure and hope to see some more Jaguar action here. The boys came out with a great win, and they're looking for more.
For sure.
So, I'm Josiah Scott.
I'm LaShawn Gibbs Jr.
Signing off.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I represent for the Jaguar. No, I'm a fighter, yeah, I stand tall. I carry this weight on my shoulders, never a folder. I'm always gon' ball. Instead of it's time for the red, and I'm about to clock in, go and then never count me out. I'ma always make it like a legislator. This is dedication, that's why mama made me up. I rise from the pavement, but that's just since I was a baby, walking in greatness, no patience. I say life by the neck and I break it like generation, no curses. Yeah, I live in my purpose, got my eye on the prize, observing. Should've stopped, I'ma leave me close curtains. Yeah, who I do it for? I say I do it for the nation, the nation. Yo, I do it for the nation, the nation. I say I do it for the nation, nation, the nation. Yeah, who I say I do it for the nation, the nation. Yo, I do it for the nation, the nation. I say I do it for the nation, the nation, the nation. Yeah.